Peter Obi and Dati said that they will prove that they have won the election and they are not bluffing. Few hours ago, a prominent chieftain of the Labour Party, Dr. Yenusa Tanko, took to his social media handle Twitter to announce that his presidential candidate, Peter Obi, and his running mate, Dati, are leaving no stone unturned in their quest to prove that they are actually winners of the February presidential election. Sharing a video of several boxes of electoral results tendered at the ongoing election petition tribunal by Peter Obi's legal team, Dr. Tanko, who was the Labour Party's spokesman of the Labour Party Presidential Council, revealed that the former Anambra State Governor had announced that he will provide evidence for a total of 18 states in Nigeria, where election results have been alleged to be manipulated against him. Going further, Tanko stated that judging by the volume of evidence tendered in the course of the tribunal, they were not bluffing. That is, Peter Obi and his lawyer are not bluffing when they vowed to prove their case at the election petition tribunal. He wrote, both the presidential candidates of the Labour Party, Peter Obi and Dati, said they won the election and will prove it. From the proceedings before the Presidential Election Tribunal so far, it shows that they aren't bluffing and are interested to go ahead with their case. We should recall that the petitioners averred that when the results of the polling units, wards, local government states are properly tabulated and calculated as required by the Electoral Act and regulations and the guidelines for election, the overall results of the election and the percentages scored by the political parties will show that the petitioners won the presidential election of 25th February 2023. The petitioners therefore urged the court to either declare him president-elect or order a fresh election. They sued INEC, Mr. Tinubu, APC's presidential candidate, and Mr. Shettima, a co-respondent to the petition. The respondents are expected to file their separate replies to the petition. Besides alleging corrupt practices, the petitioners allege that both Mr. Tinubu and Mr. Shettima were not qualified to contest the election as of the time it was held on 25th February. Mr. Obi said Mr. Tinubu also failed to secure 1/4 of the lawful votes cast in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, as required by law. He argued that the failure of INEC to promptly upload the results from polling units through the beavers to the INEC result viewing portal on the day of the election invalidated the exercise. But he urged the election petition court to review these unlawful scores added to the second respondent and for those scores which were legitimately obtained by the petitioners to be credited to the petitioners' scores. According to Mr. Obi and his party, when the scores unlawfully added to the second respondent are deducted, the petitioners will have the highest number of votes in the election, as shown in the forensic report pleaded above. I won the election, Mr. Peter Obi of the Labour Party maintains. He maintains this in his petition that they pooled the majority of the lawful votes cast across the country. The Labour Party candidate said he won the presidential election, but for the suppression of his votes across thousands of polling units. Relying on the report of the inspection of the electoral materials and the report of the forensic analysis, Mr. Obi said he would show the courts that his votes were subtracted in many polling units and added to Mr. Tinubu's scores. He said his votes were unlawfully reduced and added by the first respondent, INEC, to the scores of the second respondent, Mr. Tinubu. Rabiu Kwankwaso of the New Nigerian People's Party, NNPC, came forth with 1,496,687 votes. He won in only one state. Mr. Tinubu won the election in Rivers State, Borno, Jigawa, Zamfara State, Benue State, Kogi, Kwara State, Niger State, Osun State, Ekiti State, Ondo State, Oyo, and Ogun State. Atiku won in Katsina, Kebbi State, Sokoto, Kaduna State, Gombe, Yobe, Bauchi, Adamawa, and Taraba States. He also won in Osun State, Akwa Ibom State, and Bayelsa States. Mr. Obi won in Edo, Cross River State, Delta State, Lagos State, Plateau, Imo State, Ebonyi State, Nasarawa, Anambra, Abia, and Enugu States, as well as the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Mr. Kwankwaso won in only Kano State. The breakdown of the discrepancies in the figures is not concluded and is not included in the body of the petition available to the public, but the petitioners referenced a forensic analysis report which they said contained the necessary details. We should recall that INEC had on 1st March declared Mr. Tinubu the winner of the presidential election with 8,794,726 votes. Mr. Tinubu led in only 12 of the 36 states of the Federation. Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, who has similarly filed a separate petition to challenge the outcome of the election, came second with 6,984,520 votes. He also led in 12 states. Mr. Obi came third in the election with 6,101,533 votes, winning in 11 states and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. He said overvoting occurred in Taraba and Borno states, the home state of Mr. Tinubu's running mate and Vice President-elect Kashim Shettima. The 11 states plus Borno and Taraba where overvoting took place, according to Mr. Obi, are Ekiti State, Oyo, Ondo, Taraba, Osun, Kano, Katsina, Kwara, Gombe, Yobe, and Niger States. Mr. Obi said his forensic analysis of the electoral materials used for the election showed that votes cast in the polling units exceeded the number of voters accredited on the beavers in those states. In Lagos, Imo State, Plateau, and 7 others, and other states of the Federation not specified in the petition, Mr. Obi said the votes recorded for the second respondent, Mr. Tinubu, did not comply with the legitimate process for computation of the results and disfavored the petitioners. The 10 states, including the 3 won by him, are Rivers State, Lagos State, Taraba, Benue, Adamawa, Imo, Bauchi, Borno, Kaduna, Plateau states. In the remaining 11 states whose results he is challenging, the Labour Party candidate alleged that the outcome of the election was marred by overvoting. He is disputing the results announced by INEC in states including Rivers State, Lagos, Taraba, Benue, Adamawa, Imo, Bauchi, Borno, Kaduna, and Plateau states. The rest are Ekiti, Oyo, Ondo, Taraba, Osun, Kano, Katsina, Kwara, Gombe, Yobe, and Niger states. Mr. Obi won in 11 states and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, based on the results INEC announced on the 1st of March 2023. He is disputing the outcome of the poll in 21 states of the Federation, including 3 that INEC declared him to have won. The 3 states are Lagos, Imo, and Plateau states. The other 8 states and the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, that has won are excluded from the list.